graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
You want to know who I think is the hottest female video game character of all time? The original Lara Croft. No, not that one! The other one! Yeah, that's it. She's got them lovely, spiky polygon tits. Just perfect to play with. No other video game character could match that. No other woman in the world could match that. But, you know, there's an even hotter version of Lara Croft. And you want to know which one that is? 8-bit Lara Croft from the bootleg Famicom version of Tomb Raider. Now, is she hot or what? Well, anyway, enough of that shit. Hit that motherfucking intro. Okay, but in all seriousness though, this is an absolutely terrible game and a complete bastardization of the classic Tomb Raider series. But hey, it's a bootleg, so it's no surprise at this point. The actual title of this game is called, and I'm saying this very slowly so that I don't fuck it up, Mu Li Ying. Yeah, try memorizing that shit. Well, anyway, this game was developed by Nice Code Software and published by Shenzhen Nanjing Technology Company Limited. So, how bad is this game? Well, let's find out. So here we are at the title screen with possibly the worst music ever created. Now, the thing is, the song itself isn't the problem. I mean, it's still bad. But the biggest problem is that it's the only song in the entire game. And you have to listen to it over and over and over and over and over again. Unless, of course, you play it on mute, which I highly recommend. Well, anyway, the two options here are pretty self-explanatory. The first option is to start a new game, and the second option is to load a save game. So, let's start a new game. Oh, and I should point out that the whole game is in Chinese. So you're gonna have a very hard time understanding the story if you don't know Chinese. But once you actually play the game, it really doesn't matter. So you start off in this little town, then you head to the inn on the right, then go inside that inn and go to the bedroom on the right, then talk to this guy who kinda looks like Disco Inferno from WCW.
Disco fever, disco fever, disco fever, yeah, 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 yeah.
And then you head to the room on the left and talk to the old man in that room, then talk to the guy on the front and suddenly he disappears. Finally, exit the town and now the adventure begins. And I use that term adventure very, very loosely. So what exactly is wrong with this game? Well, to put it bluntly, it's fucking boring! In my 11 years on YouTube playing and reviewing these shitty fucking bootlegs, I at least wasn't bored to tears playing those. Even the bootleg Pokemon games were more fun. This game, on the other hand, is boring and tedious as shit. Throughout the game, you're going back and forth into the same places over and over again. First you start at the town to talk to people, then you head to the only tomb in the game, I shit you not, that really is the only tomb in the game. Then go back to the town and talk to more people, then go to the village, then go to another village, then go back to the town, and then go back to the tomb again, and it pretty much goes on until you collect all the gems and the game is over. And the worst part about it is that you can't just teleport or do anything like that, or transport through a vehicle. You have to walk back and forth to the same places over and over again. You have to go through that damn forest multiple times in different paths. You gotta fight the same spiders and wolves and enemies over and over again every time you cross those paths. It's fucking annoying as shit! In the real Tomb Raider games, Lara went on adventures. There was a world to explore. There were different tombs. You ran, you swim, you'd climb, You did all that shit. You would fight so many different enemies. So many of them. It was such a fun experience. But now, you're basically running around in circles. And yeah, I understand that this is an 8-bit game, and it's not gonna look anything like the Tomb Raider games on the original PlayStation. But for the love of God, they could have at least tried. Look at the Famicom version of Final Fantasy VII. Hell, look at Biohazard for the Famicom. Those had at least some effort. So now that we got those problems out of the way, how are the controls? Now, when Laura doesn't have her guns out, and I don't mean those guns, I mean her actual guns, she runs just fine. However, when she does have them out, she walks so slow. She moves like a fucking robot. RoboCop in the NES game moved much faster than her. I mean, my god, she is so slow. And like almost every bootleg in existence, this game is ridiculed with bugs. And 2 of them are game-breaking bugs. You want to know what happens when you pause? You want to know? The enemies still move! So if you're low on health and you pause right next to an enemy, you still die and it's game over! I hate this game so goddamn much! Why? Why does it exist? The second game-breaking bug is when you're close to an enemy and soon run away from it. Why is this a problem, you ask? Because even when you're clearly far away from the enemy, you'll still take damage. Now that is just straight up bullshit! Oh, and there are no sound effects in this game. I shit you not, there are absolutely 0 sound effects, even when you're shooting enemies. The only sound you're gonna hear throughout the entire game is that horrendous, god-awful, ear-raping song! It's like, oh my fucking god, please kill me now! The final boss is the only part of the game that's actually very difficult, as he runs around really fast. He takes fucking forever to die though. And when you beat the game, the ending screen is no different from the game over screen. Yeah. It's just Lara posing in 2 different pictures. So it doesn't matter if you beat the game or you lose. You're pretty much getting the same thing. The only positive thing I can say about this game is that the graphics look fine. I mean, it's 8-bit Tomb Raider after all. And if this is the best Tomb Raider can look on an NES or a Famicom, then so be it. But other than that, fuck this game. And the developers and publishers deserve the worst punishment possible. And now for the final verdict. The jury has found Nice Code and Shenzhen Nanjin guilty for raping Lara Croft and her legacy. So what will their punishment be? A free helicopter ride!
Ah, look at the pelican fly. I never liked that guy. That guy's a hassa, a pig that don't fly straight.
If you like this video and want to see more, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to get immediately notified on the latest videos. If you like my content and want to support me, you can donate to my Patreon for just $1 a month. Go to patreon.com/Allie-RX. If you prefer a one-time donation, you can donate to my PayPal at paypal.me/Allie-RX. There, you can donate any amount, even a penny. Links are in the description.